Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel, JPM.Cuisine. Today for you, we've got another unboxing after a long break. Alright guys, today I've got some knives from a company called STEINBRUCKE. I believe they're located in Germany. However, I believe the manufacturing for these knives take place in China. We've got three knives we're going to look at in this one video. Basically just an overview of their knives. I've got a chef's knife, a bread knife, and their paring knife. Go ahead and move the boxes. This is what they come in. I've already opened them. Alright, here we go. So there's their paring slash utility. It's a little bit long for the paring knives that I typically use. We've got a Santoku with a bolster, and we've got their bread knife. There we go. All right, these are all made with 5CR 15 MOV steel. The bread knife comes in at $31.99. The Santoku comes in at $25.99, and the utility knife comes in at $23.99. The utility knife is 5 inches. We've got 10 inches on the bread knife, and then we've got 7 inches on the Santoku. So standard lengths for these knives. 10 inches is rather nice for a bread knife. Serrations look pretty good on it. Really deep. I like the way they feel. Now let's see, what are the handles made out of? They're apparently stainless steel handles. I don't believe so. These look like either a polymer or Delrin style handle. Let's look at some of the details on here. So it says Munich 1979. I believe that's when the company was founded, in Munich. So we're looking at the Bavaria, southern Germany. Steinbrucke etched on the blade. The utility knife has that sort of floral or rose style inlay on the handle with what would normally be a 3 rivet or 2 rivets, all polished handles. And then the Santoku with that large bolster. Bolsters are always a touchy subject when it comes to picking knives, typically because they can get in the way of sharpening. This bolster has a little bit of a cutback, so you get a little bit more time, but a lot of people will end up grinding off that bolster before they get to grinding on the knife, so that they can get a little bit more sharpening out of it. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look at how it performs. Again, I told you the prices, I'll put them in the description. But for that bread knife, being as we're almost in season, we've got a panettone. I love these. I eat these every year. Well, not one, but not one myself. But I always buy panettone. This one I picked up from Costco just to try. See how we cut. Just gonna cut across the middle. Hopefully you guys can see this. And as always, I'll give you guys the details on the knives themselves. I like the serrations on it. Really thick, really good serrations. You get a lot of positive grip on there. This is not me showing off the panettone, but man, these things look really good. All right, let's go and get a slice out of this real quick. Alright. So, I mean, it's a bread knife. Cuts very well. I like the handle. If you're looking for a set, they're kind of cool sets. Of course, the biggest challenge that most people are going to have with these is, you know, since the company's German and they're manufacturing their knives in China, some viewers will have issues with things that are manufactured in China. You know, I don't always question the quality that comes out of China. You know, it's just like everywhere else. If something's going to have issues with manufacturing, it can exist in any country. I think mostly the issues that we see with knives that are manufactured in China is that a lot of companies will use the same companies to manufacture, or the same manufacturing plants to make their knives. And so you see a lot of similarities come across. And so that would be probably the biggest challenge with knives that are made in China. Let's go ahead and cut into some veggies with this. Santoku. This is a weird onion. It was a twofer. All right, we're just gonna do a nice little dice, foregoing the horizontal cut. Nice and sharp out of the box. Feels comfortable as a Santoku. Not too bad. Let's see. Just gonna do some. Not bad. You know, it's got the Kulenschliff, or the hollow ground, or the scalloped edge on it. You know, even with the scallops, food will stick to the edge. It's not like it's always going to fall off, but it just helps it with that air gap to come cleanly from the edge. So you're not dealing with, you know, when you cut potatoes and there's suction cupped on the edge of the knife and you're fighting to get them off. The scallops are supposed to help with that. Let's go ahead and give it a wipe. Let's cut into some cucumber here. And so I've done a few reviews on Santokus. And of course, as you know, with a Santoku, it means 3 virtues. Let's see. Cuts cleanly, smoothly. Let's check out for some drag. I don't have any tomato. How am I out of tomato? How do you forget tomato? Anyways, it feels pretty good. It's not a bad knife. I don't know where I would classify this one. The quality, you know, fit and finish, it's not bad. It's handle heavy, as you can see. So behind the bolster is where your balance is going to be. The handles they're kind of slick. They don't feel like they're going to get very grippy. Let me get some water from my bowl here. They're not too bad. I mean, they do feel kind of slick. So I wish it wasn't as polished on the handle, maybe a little bit more natural finish. So guys from Steinbrrucke, if you're listening or watching, the main concern I would have with this knife would be the smoothness of the handle. They're very well polished. I like the inlays with Munich on it. Munich is something that's near and dear to my heart. I spent many years in Germany. But, you know, my only criticisms for this knife would be the handle being very polished, and maybe the bolster on a Santoku. I don't think it's necessary. It does give a nice comfort spot for your finger to rest when you're doing your pinch grip, but I don't know if it's necessary for the Santoku specifically. It does add a lot of extra weight to the back of the knife, and so, but all in all, not a bad knife. Let's see, the utility knife, also not bad. In terms of feel, cutting is all right. I mean, it works as a utility knife. I would typically, and they probably have one. I have to check the website, but I'm sure they've got a 3 or 4 inch paring knife. But usually that's what I would pair with paring knife. The utility knife, a little bit long, but still good. But yeah, these knives are not bad. They're pretty good for what they are. Just wish, you know, they were made in Germany with the German steel. But if we're going to talk about performance, the main things that I would look at would be the bolster and the handle itself. Other than that, not too bad of a knife if you're looking for something entry. You want something that appeals to you based on the company itself. Good company to try it with. So give it a good recommendation, I guess. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. We got a few more videos coming out. As you can see, I've got knives stacked up over here, but we'll be looking at some more knives here in the future. Appreciate you guys sticking with me, and again, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. We got a lot more videos coming out. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Bye.